I'm Jason at Campsite. I'm going to be showing you how to tie up pretty simple surf candy variation for false albacore, and pretty much it's pretty simple tie, only 3 materials pretty much. It's a pretty good pattern. Now it's not really too specific, but it's general enough to fit the bill, whether they're on anchovies or silver sides. Pretty much, it's a nice translucent bait fish. This fly is going to be tied on Gamakatsu SC15 size 1, and pretty much you're just gonna get your hook in there and lock your thread in. Just wind back on it. Don't have to go the entire shank, because most of it is going to be tied in at the eye. And I am using Danville .006 fine monofilament. When you coat that with epoxy or any of the light cured acrylics, makes a nice clear translucent head. So I'm using white super hair. Don't want too thick of a clump to tie in at first. Maybe 1/8 of an inch worth of material. Pretty much you're just going to size this guy back to about 2.5 shank lengths. So about that. Just right behind the eye, lock that guy in there. The super hair, you got to put a lot of pressure on the thread. It likes to slip. And then you're gonna size up the remaining hanging off the front with the back. Trim that. Then you're gonna just push that around the shank in kind of a 360-degree layout. It's nice, full and even. Just lock that guy in with a couple wraps. Then you're just going to take a little bit of, you either use fine pearl flashabou or polar flash, any fine flash. You're just going to take your whip finisher, lock that guy in. Cut it real quick. Right. And then you can go bigger or smaller with the eyes. I like using the 5/32. And you're just going to stick some eyes on there over the thread head, nice and close to the front. Just press those on there good. And then You can use epoxy. I like using the light cured acrylics. Right now I'm using Bug Bond, just because you can, get the shape you want and set it right away, rather than have it flopping around on a rotating wheel. Pretty much, you're just going to take it and start at the front and just light coats it first, brush towards the back, over the eyes and the thread head, and just over the super hair. Then I'm just going to pinch the body tight, add some more. And the cool thing about this stuff is you can use it like you're using a rotary fly dryer if you have a rotary vise. And pretty much you can hit it with the light just to lock it in place, and then add more material over the top. And once you have a good amount of material built up on there, you can just rotate it to get a nice, even, smooth body there. And when you got it to about the way you like it, just click the light on, keep turning it, and within a couple seconds it's set. So I'm using a lot of material, more than just setting the eyes on. It's good to hold it on there for a couple extra seconds or so just to get through, because you got a lot of acrylic there. It'll clear the top layer in about 2 seconds, but it takes a bit longer to fully cure all the way through. So just keep turning it, get it nice and even, thorough cure. And then you're just going to take either head cement or lacquer. I like using hard as hull, and you can just put a nice overcoat on there. Pretty much all the acrylics are going to have a little bit of tack to them when they're dry. You can wipe them with alcohol for kind of a matte finish. I like having the glossy finish, so I'll use head cement on it. And pretty much you let the guy dry. And there you have a nice, versatile surf candy.